If you guys want to see how I cut a pomegranate, I'm going to do that. Honestly, this sometimes falls off. So if it falls off and lands on the counter, I'm sorry. So this is called the crown, and that's the blossom. And I didn't realize that they hang from the bush or the tree by this end. So anyways, that's the blossom end, the crown end, and this is how they hang from the plant, the bush, tree, whatever they're called. I'm not sure. He just dropped something over there. So just ignore Mike. I'm going to cut just that top portion off. So I just cut like this much off, and then that's what it looks like. So again, this is how it hangs in the tree, and I just cut that crown part off. And then I'm going to take the knife, and do you see right here where there's like a line and a line here and a line right there? That's where I'm going to cut down. So let's see if you can see it. And you don't have to go too far. You just have to get that outer layer of skin. Yeah. And then you can open it up just a little bit. And then that top part, you just lift right up. Oh, I had another half. I guess I didn't. Anyways, I have 1.5 here. This is 2 pomegranates. I have 4 altogether. There's 2 ways to do this. You can put it this way and see if any fall out. Sometimes some fall out. But you can hit it with a mallet or a wooden spoon or the back of a metal spoon. It splatters everywhere, and I hate it. So I don't do it that way, even though it's quicker. So I just break it off like this, and then kind of bend them back and put them in. I have a bucket here of extra ones. So these right there are not the greatest. It must have got bruised or something. So when I'm pushing them in here, I'll make sure that we don't get those knocked in the bowl. So I just want you to see that. So these aren't the best right there. So I'll just keep kind of picking around the ones that were, and then I'll just throw this other part in the, I have a tub of ones here. I have like red all over me. That's why I'm wearing not my favorite apron tonight and a black t-shirt because this will stain if you're not careful. All right, there you go. So they're like this. The pretty screenshot, there's something right there. That's a white one, like a clear. I don't know if you can see that. But anyways, there's a couple different things that you can do at this point. These are pretty clean because I'm kind of OCD about it. But you can put water in it if you're trying to clean them out. And then the little membrane pieces that, like these pieces, float to the top. And then you can just scoop them out. I just kind of pick through them, and I like to get, well, then I dropped it. I like to get the little extra little white pieces out. And I try to do it without putting the water in them, because you can lay these on a sheet pan and freeze them in the freezer, and then they can go into smoothies or desserts or salads or whatever for the rest of the year. But if you put extra water in them, then they could possibly not turn out as great. If you're doing it for something you're just wanting to make right now, for like a salad or something, then putting the water in it and just rinsing them really quick to get all these extra little white pieces out. They just float to the top, and then you can grab them. And if you're making the juice from the whole, then it's better for you from the arrow itself, instead of like buying it from the store where it doesn't have the fiber and stuff in it. I'm going to make some, oh, I can't pronounce it ever. The, what's in Shirley Temple's? Grenadine. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to be making juice and grenadine, right? That's how you say it? Because the grenadine that you buy at the store has red food dye in it and high fructose corn syrup, and it really isn't juice at all. And I always thought it was made out of cherries, but it's not.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
it's not. It's made out of pomegranates. And then I want to freeze some of the juice. So next summer during cherry season, we can make, oh, that's another word I can't pronounce. Maraschino?
Maraschino, you can make maraschino cherries?
You can make maraschino cherries with some sweetheart cherries that maybe we can get some from Eastern Washington.
Man, you had me. Those are my favorite.
I know. So, but the cherries and the pomegranates aren't in season at the same time. So you got to do something to keep them in season. Yeah. So you just eat the seeds, or you can squeeze them out into a juice and not eat them, but you can put them right into a smoothie and eat the seeds and all. And we eat them.
They're pretty good.
We just eat them for a snack. So I just normally just sit there and pick them off and eat them as a snack when I have the munchies.
How do you know when these things are ripe?
Because they're at the store. In December and January is when you can normally get them. And then the rest of the year you can't get them. Ours come from California, from the Palm Wonderful farm. I guess it's like 9,000 acres. I was looking up it. But in other places, they come from Iran.
How do you use the pomegranate with mimosas?
Mimosas, I know, right?
How do you use it? How do you use it with mimosas?
I'm going to make some juice with it, just like you would orange juice, like just a little bit of juice and the mimosa, and then I'm going to put the pomegranate, a couple pomegranate seeds in it so it floats.
Would you use the seeds in a smoothie?
Yeah. I'm going to actually do that
You just put them right in?
Yep. If you store them on the countertop, they only last like 2 weeks and then they start drying out and you can tell they start looking just dry and you need to use them. 1 to 2 weeks on the countertop. And if you put them in the refrigerator, they should last 2 to 3 months. And then you can freeze the seeds, which is what I'm going to do with some of these. You can freeze them and then they'll last up to a year. But I am going to flash freeze them first, which means I'm going to put them on a cookie sheet and let them freeze on a cookie sheet for a little while. And then normally I forget about it for a day or two, let's be honest. But you only have to do it for a couple hours. And then I'll put them in a bag or a jar or something. And that way they won't stick together. So, and then you can bring them out and use them practically like fresh ones.
Do you wash the pomegranates in vinegar water?
I actually don't. It's a random weird one, I don't. Okay, so these little white ends, I'm really OCD about it, and I just like picking those off a little bit because they can make the juice bitter.
I see one you missed right there.
One? See?
And
Yeah.
right, there's one right on the side.
I have a baking pan, and I'm going to put just some parchment paper on it. Look at the counter. It's like...
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I have some mad skills when it comes to cleaning. Just say all that, but I don't want to talk about cleaning products. So I'm just going to double check as I put them on there, not this crazily, to see if I... Oh, look!
What? Where did that come
I
from?
don't know where it came from.
So you're putting these on the cookie sheet
And I'm going
with some, what is that paper stuff?
parchment paper.
Parchment paper? Mm-hmm. And you're just dumping them on there?
Yeah. I probably should have grabbed the bigger one.
I was expecting them to be like space exactly like an
my
eighth of an inch. Yeah.
Like, you should see me when I do raspberries. These are going to be okay.
They're going to be okay?
I think.
Will they freeze in one big chunk?
Give me the big one. Or it's too smushed. He's right. I'm being lazy. Okay, let me clean up my mess. It's driving me crazy. Okay, I'm going to dump this on the little bit bigger one. I found a couple more that had little membranes stuck on it. I'm going to pull a couple cups of this out and use it for juice. Alrighty, I'm going to clean this up. Get these in the freezer. Do what I need to do. Come peek up here one more time. You have to come smile with me again so we have a picture. See? Sorry. There you go.